What's up, YouTube? California here. We're in the FZ09. Finally got it back running again. And it's definitely nice to ride. A fast bike, because I'll tell you what, that Ninja 300 is slow as fuck. And I was tired of that shit, I'll tell you that. Damn, it's nice to ride a fast bike, you know, this thing. The front end wants to come up. I can actually pass people and I have to downshift a bunch of gears. It's great riding this bike. As you can see, today we are in cloudy Northern California. It is 1:50 in the afternoon and it is 54 degrees out. Why the fuck is that bitch walking around with no jacket on? Anyways, and she had a stroller, man. Fucking bringing a kid out in this shit. Hopefully that little kid had a jacket on. Damn. Anyways, so I thought I'd do a quick moto vlog because I got some great news. It turns out insurance is going to pay for the accident, and the reason for that is because there were instructors there that day. And because there were instructors, really, because I wasn't racing that day, obviously. I was just doing a track day, but they don't know that because they probably don't even know what the fuck a track day is. But there were instructors there. They were teaching courses. You could actually go in and sit down on a course. It was completely free, included in the track day. And so because there are instructors there, and because I had went to one earlier for like body position and throttle control and stuff, just to see what he had to say, they're gonna count it. So, and you know, it's December 3rd today, and the crash was on November 2nd. So I've had to be really patient with the insurance company. I've called them a couple times, and they actually told me that it was in management's hands. And so I just want to explain that I've been very pleased with Progressive, and that's who I have, and they've really treated me right. Even if this wasn't going to happen, they've been really good. Damn, I can barely see out my visor. I don't even know if you guys can see. And I don't even have my waterproof GoPro case on, so hopefully I don't regret this shit. I'm trying to use I got a little mini windshield wiper on my finger because these are my winter gloves, but I think my mask is fogging up too. And my feet are starting to get wet because I'm just wearing some Vans. But anyways, so I should probably close that. How the process works is I gave it to the insurance agent was going to handle it, and she actually put it up for denial initially because, you know, she just didn't know. And I talked to someone else about it, and they said the lady that was handling my case was fairly new, so she doesn't have much experience, which, you know, everyone starts off like that. But what the guy I was talking to was the guy that came out and looked at all the damages on my bike and wrote everything down. And what he was telling me, what happened is she sent it up for denial, and her manager she can't deny a claim, her manager can't deny a claim, but the next manager is the first person that can actually deny a claim. So it was sent up, and that manager said, no, we can't deny this, we need to give it some, you know, further investigation, essentially. Damn, I really cannot see. I don't think I've ever ridden with it raining this much before. Where's that goddamn windshield wiper? I'll hook you guys up too with a couple windshield wipes. I don't even know if this is hitting it, but I ain't trying to look and crash. So basically, main manager was like, no, we can't deny this. We need to look into this more. And that was like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now. Well, probably 2 weeks ago. And so I've called the lady back a couple times just asking about it, and she said it's in management's hands, which it was, because she had to investigate it more. So basically what she had to do was she had to call the instructors that were present that day and actually talk to them, call them on the phone and verify that there were actually instructions going on. Oh god damn, I can't fucking see for dick. Verify that there were actually instructional courses going on that day, and that's probably just to make sure that it really was not a race, you know. And to me, I thought about that definition a lot. Like, what's the definition of race? And I always thought, it's one, it's not a timed event, and two, you don't start in a certain place and end in a certain place. You know, you're just going out there for fun, and so that you can ride fast safely. You don't have to worry about other cars. I guess I had to worry about other bikes, so fuck it. But anyway, so I called her. She had done all the investigation that was required of her the second time, and it went up to management. And I got a call this morning from another insurance lady with Progressive in regards to my injury. And so basically my whole right side of my body was pretty sore for about 2 weeks, because that's the side I fell on. And when she said injury, I was saying, like, man, I'm not really injured, but I'll just answer the question she wanted to ask. So I answered all the questions, and I said, well, I still haven't heard anything about my insurance, because my insurance lady the one that's actually doing the claim, hadn't called me yet. And she was like, oh yeah, good news, so we're gonna pay for it. And I was like, fuck yeah. Like, seriously, it's just the best feeling in the world, knowing that I'm gonna get, you know, what was right, you know. And I know there's someone that commented on one of my previous videos saying, why don't you just lie and say that you crashed on a regular road? But the thing is, you know, that's called insurance fraud, and honestly, I didn't want to mess with that stuff, and I don't plan to ever. And you know, it ended up working out for me. I didn't have to lie about it. It worked out in my favor. And you know, I'll consider myself lucky. I'm sure it could have easily gone the other way, but it didn't. And that's when I was talking to the guy who was checking on my motorcycle, taking pictures. He basically said, where my bike is at, it's a gray area, you know. It could really go either way. Either they are or they aren't. And so I was holding my breath those last couple weeks. Hey guys, so my GoPro died when I was trying to film all this information about my insurance, so I figured I'd just pick it up where I left off, at least somewhat. So there are two other things that I forgot, or that I was going to mention, but like I said, my camera died. And the first one was that when I was when I was talking to the medical lady or whatever, the first time that she called me and told me the insurance was going to pay for it, she told me that it was going to be a 50-50 split as far as who's at fault, because they couldn't prove whose fault it was. And the guy actually told the insurance company that I swerved in front of him at the last minute, which really kind of irked me, because he seemed like a really stand-up guy. After, you know, like when he hit me, you know, he was really sorry about it. And obviously I went over and we talked for a little bit after the crash, and he was a really good guy. You know, he gave me his card, his insurance, all that stuff, like no problem, you know what I mean? He seemed like a good guy. And you know, it bugged me a little bit that he tried saying that I swerved in front of him at the last minute, when clearly by the video there was no way that I swerved in front of him. So anyways, then insurance lady tells me I'm gonna have to pay my deductible. So the second she told me that I was gonna have to pay the $500 deductible, the first thing that obviously popped in my head was, well shit, I have a video, you know, I'll just send it to him. So I had told the original claim person that I had a video, and I guess they forgot, maybe didn't write it down, I don't know. So anyways, I told the lady, I said, hey, I have a video, I want to let you guys see it, and then, you know, my opinion, I didn't swerve in front of him at the last minute. And she was like, okay, yeah, that's great, send it in to us. And so I had to use Dropbox, because apparently they're not allowed to be on YouTube at work. It doesn't let them on, which that would have been the easiest route, obviously, because by that time I had already uploaded the video. But anyways, I had to do a stupid Dropbox account, and I sent it to them. Well, they called me like 2 hours later, and they're like, oh, well, sir, it's clear that you did not swerve in front of them at the last minute. And I was just like, yeah, thank you. Like, I was a little worried, even though I really shouldn't have been, because the video, I mean, it showed it in plain view. You know, there was no messing around with that. I did not swerve in front of them. And in my opinion, even if I was gonna go in for like an early entry to the corner, like, dude, what the fuck's your problem? There's a corner coming up, and it was a sharp corner too. It wasn't like a fast corner. I mean, I would say, you know, approximately that during entry, it was like maybe 35 miles an hour. So it wasn't a fast corner. It was a really slow one. But anyways, and that brings me up to my next point, which is, oh yeah, so I did have to pay the $500 deductible, obviously. I'm sure that made him mad too. Who knows if they ever sent it to him, I don't know, but whatever. Which brings me up to my second point, and that is my $400 GoPro saved me $500. So it netted me $100, and I thought that was pretty cool, because basically my GoPro paid for itself already. And you know, I'm pretty happy about that. And then you know, it could be well, one, it was a lesson for me already. I just, you know, I know about that. And two, it should be a lesson for, you know, you guys too, is that, hey, riding your motorcycle out there, you know, stuff can get hairy sometimes. You might get in an accident, and if you have the evidence to prove that it was not your fault, you know what I mean, it can be a big help. And especially for insurance, and you know, well, in California law is that if the auto accident is a 50-50 at fault, then legally it cannot go on your driving record, which I thought was really cool, and because it does make sense. And you know, at first, before I knew they were gonna say, okay, yeah, the video proved it, I was thinking, you know, it kind of sucks I have to pay the $500, but at the same time, I'm just happy that it's not gonna go on my record, because I didn't want that. You know, I don't want any more. I don't want anything on my record for insurance, because you know, everyone knows how that goes. Your insurance, my insurance is going to go up for my auto policy for the cars, and it's going to go up for my motorcycle as well. So I was pretty happy about that. But anyways, guys, hope this video wasn't too long for you guys. Riding in another beautiful rainy day. This has nothing to do with El Nino as far as what I've read. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video and gave you a little insight to all the shenanigans that I had to deal with the auto insurance company. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in a couple days. Peace.